they see a lady, put it home. January 29th, 2020. Bro, really? I couldn't get any sleep last night, so I just stayed up the entire night. Haven't gotten any sleep. It's 7 in the morning. I got stuff to do, grown folks business to handle in about an hour. Look what I'm doing. This means that at any point during the day, I am 100% gonna fall out. I only got 5 hours of sleep the night before that. So, you know, I decided what better of an opportunity than to just go ahead and record the 100 songs of the decade list that I had made a couple days ago. There's 100 songs here, so if you thought I was gonna give an explanation for all of them, even half of them, you're crazy. You're probably smoking crack. You probably still think that, you know, Tupac is in Cuba. Let's just hop into it so we can get it over with, you know? I'm dreading the list. The more I look at it, the more I find something I don't like about it, but I've found in life that the more you look at something, the more you find a problem with it, and you just need to get it out sometimes. Sometimes just sitting with it is the wrong thing to do. Just put it out there. That goes to all you young women out there that are considering making an OnlyFans account. Just do it. At number 100, I got Waka Flocka Flame with Heart in the Paint. At number 99, I got Ray Shrimmer with Black Beatles. Number 98, I got Bryson Tiller's Don't. Why is that in there? I don't know. Number 97, I have Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven. Absolutely loved this song when I first heard it. All about being locked out of the sweet walls. It was the perfect song for me when I was 16. Or was I 17? At number 96, I got Lil Uzi Vert with EXO Tour Life. At number 95, I got Migos with Bad and Bougie. Number 94, I got Bobby Shmurda with Hot Nigga. I should actually have those replaced. Number 93, I have Drake with 5 a.m. in Toronto. Probably one of Drake's best songs. Incredibly underrated in his discography. At number 92, I got Futures with Move That Dope. People forgot about that song, in my opinion. Great bop for 2014. Number 91, I got Alabama Shakes with Don't Wanna Fight. The way the guitar peers through Britney's voice, almost as if the strings are flexing, is kind of addicting. At number 90, I got the 1975 Love It If We Made It. At number 89, I got SZA's Love Galore and The Weeknd. I included both of these tracks just because I couldn't decide which one I liked more. I enjoyed The Weeknd about the same amount that I enjoyed Love Galore. The Travis Scott feature was cool, but SZA really stole the show on both of those. At number 88, I got Jay-Z and Kanye West with Otis. I love the Otis writing sample that they use on this track, so it gets me every time. All right, number 87, I got Tame Impala with Let It Happen. One of the most layered electro rock songs of the decade, filled with misty synths and a great guitar routine for a dreamlike out-of-body experience. The tempting yet cautious subject matter with a Bootsy Collins backdrop that is Redbone from Childish Gambino. At number 86, the lyrical destination accompanied by forlorn piano keys that is Radiohead's True Love Waits. Number 84, I'm gonna put Goldlink with Brent Faiyaz and Shy Glizzy with their track Crew. I really feel like I missed this track so much in 2017. It just, I heard it off of Goldlink's At What Cost record, and then I felt like I didn't hear it on that album, and then I heard it again randomly somewhere else, and it was great. Brent Faiyaz completely steals the show on this track though, and I'll always love it for that reason. At number 83, I've got Northside Long Beach's anthem that is North North from Vince Staples. At number 82, I got Tyler the Creator with Garden Shed, another worry of saying garden shit to me, because that was when he was alluding to this whole sexuality confirmation. At number 81, I've got Playboi Carti with Magnolia. We all Millie rocking over the decade, even though I don't really like Playboi Carti like that as an artist. Can't say that I didn't like this song like that. 80, I have another conflict with Kodak Black's Roll in Peace and Tunnel Vision. I really love the chorus for Tunnel Vision a lot, but the verses really kind of get on my nerves. I don't really have that problem with Roll in Peace, and the XXXTentacion feature I really love. Thought I get you. Oh, yeah. Daniel Caesar's Get You. Love this track. Super romantic, super soulful, super intimate. Number 78, I got ASAP Ferg's Plain Jane. Love the slob on my knob interpolation here. At number 77, I have Young Thug's Pick Up the Phone. There are so many other Young Thug tracks that I probably could have picked, but I probably enjoyed this one the most consistently. At number 76, I got Big Crit with Big Bank featuring T.I. Number 75, I got YS Blood with Every Day. Really slept on this track a lot when I first heard Titanic Rising in 2019, but after coming back to it, I see why so many people love the track so much. Hello with Andre 3000 and Erykah Badu. Miguel at number 73 with Caramelo Duro. This track is just so good. It makes me feel good. It makes me want to dance. It makes me want to get out of my chair. It makes me want to, you know, get all the energy. It's filled with energy. All my people diagnosed with melanin. You know, we can vibe to this, man. 72 is Frank Ocean with Nights. Why not? You know, why not? 71, Thundercat puts some groove and funk back into my life with Them Changes. 70, I've got Skepta's warlike anthem that is Shut Down. Very defiant, non-compliant. 69, I got Kanye West, No More Parties in LA. And I guess we can all agree that Kendrick got washed on this track by Kanye West. It is a fact. It happened. Accept it. Move on. Political commentary set around a time where you thought things couldn't get much worse. Tribe musically combats the toxicity of the discriminatory regime beginning to grow more bold in 2016 with their track We the People. At number 67, I got Solange with Cranes in the Sky. At number 66, I got Lucy Dacus with Night Shift. At number 65, I got Future with March Madness. Future and Tarantino need way more credit for this song. It's all about escapism and avoidance. Come down from a high and realization of what's in front of you. At number 64, I've got D'Angelo with Really Love. At number 63, I got Sampha with Blood on Me. Number 62, I've got Run the Jewels with Close Your Eyes. At number 61, I've got Red's kind of disgusted view of themselves after acknowledging their own fear and hopelessness that is Shadow and Soul. Number 60, I've got the beautiful Helplessness Blues from Fleet Foxes. At number 59, I've got Rolling in the Deep by Adele. I've got 58, Arcade Fire with the Suburbs. I've got 57, Chance the Rapper with Juice. I love Juice, man. I really do. Juice is one of Chance's most fun, most expressive, most vibrant, most animated songs to me. I love it. I wish he would do more like that instead of loving his wife. Get a divorce, man. At number 56, I've got Denzel Curry's Clout Cobain. Nothing really needs to be said about this track. I got Meek Mill's Dream and Nightmares. Meek Mill has mastered the intro game, and I hope to get more powerful, more hard-hitting, more aggressive openers for his albums for years and years to come. He's definitely one of the masters at it. For 54, I got JPEG Mafia with Thought Tactics. That, or it could easily be Jesus Forgive Me, I'm a Thought. I love those tracks about the same, but Thought Tactics I think I listen to more frequently. At number 53, I got Danny Brown with Pneumonia. At number 52, I've got Casey Musgraves with Golden Hour. Loved how bright this track feels, and Casey just sounds so good. At 51, I got Bound 2 from Kanye West. Didn't really expect to put this one here and don't really know how it ended up there, but I listened to this track a lot in the 2010s, so that's kind of why. Sharon Van Eaton with Nothing Will Change at number 50. Wow, why did I say it like that? Ski Master Slump God with Catch Me Outside at number 49. This track was just a ton of fun to listen to, and he showed me again just what having a fun time when it came to designing yourself and laying yourself over a track. Showed me how much fun a person can have and not to take it so seriously. Still be a great rapper without really having anything to say. At number 48, I got Brockhampton with their track Gummy. The funny thing about Gummy is if you pay attention to Dom's verse and Amir's verse and you see the camaraderie, I guess, that the group of Brockhampton has at that point, then you transition over into Dearly Departed. It's like a total 180, a total betrayal, a total disconnect. I think you can feel that way about any song, but just the way that Dom and Amir kind of describe themselves on those tracks, and especially the way Dom emphasizes on the track Gummy that you can't trust anybody, then come to find out everything that happens and we transition over into Dearly Departed. Also, if you transition from that song into the Emmanuel EP, it all just flows together so well of a story of betrayal, lack of trust, broken bonds. If you play Gummy, then Dearly Departed, and then Emmanuel, I think that is a perfect play out for me. Track number 47 is going to be Pink Matter from Frank Ocean. Track number 46 is Tyler the Creator's New Magic Wand. Track number 45 is FKA Twigs, very heartfelt, very broken, very delicate, Cellophane, very desperate. Track number 44 is Pusha T with Numbers on the Board. Track number 43 is Benny the Butcher with Rubber Bands and Weight. One of the hardest, most addicting songs I've listened to out of the whole Griselda catalog, and easily one of my favorite songs of the decade. 42, I've got Eminem and Joyner Lucas with Lucky You. I love the way they tackled this track. I will never not love the way they tackle this track. I think this is Eminem's most hard-hitting song over the last few years. Like, Eminem hasn't come this hard and said this much while also maintaining that whole rap fast, speedy flow in a very long time. This is one of the very few instances where I'm like, yo, he's speaking from an OG's perspective to the newcomer, saying about all the things that he's acquired, everything that he's done, and then here's this other guy trying to get onto that level, not knowing that this dude's already been there, done that, and he's still not being acknowledged for it. I feel like a broken record every time I break a record. I love that line coming from Eminem. Number 41, I've got Julia Holter's How Long. Man, is this track fantastic. I've got Rapsody at number 40 with You Should Know. Love the Barry White, as Busta Rhymes says at the ending portion of the song as well. Rapsody absolutely goes crazy during her first, second, and third verse. I think there's 3 verses from Rapsody. At number 39, Lupe Fiasco hits us with one of the best, most intricately written songs of his entire career with Wave Files. Kendrick Lamar with Mad City at number 38. Jay Electronica at number 37 with Exhibit C. Now, I know this track came out late in 2009, but this track put Jay Electronica into this like unattainable, godlike, we need to see where he's gonna go next, legendary mythical status. Just like Legends, when the world needed him most, he vanished. At number 36, I've got Fiona Apple's Every Single Night. Ah, man. Weight that Fiona is under from her own self-doubt and fear is perfectly described lyrically. And the struggle to keep going is both relatable and disturbing. Rarely accompanied by anything musically outside of her own vocals in the background, reinforcing this never-ending nihilism. Number 35, I've got Serpent with Feet with the track Blisters. This came after his EP, I believe, in 2016. I might be wrong on the date. And is this an orchestral, euphoric, world-building experience? It's dimension and mood shifting, accompanied by these windy, galing vocals. At number 34, I've got Sampha with Take Me Inside. It's a beauty of a track. At number 33, I got Duran Jones and the Indications with Court of Love. Don't say shit, because I really like this song. Just don't talk to me. Number 32, I've got Jessica Pratt with Crossing. Track number 31, I've got Pusha T with The Games We Play. Yes, yes, yes. Man, if this isn't a track that you would just ride to. Every little detail that every bar is felt. The drop. Everything Pusha T says feels like it should be written into the Constitution. Like it's a new law. Like these are the new laws of the land. This is the new rule book. His delivery on this track is insane. At number 30, I've got Tierra Whack's track Fruit Salad. A 1-minute song about self-love and minding your own business. And I love the way this track loops beautifully back into itself. Fantastic for constant repeat listens. At track number 29, I got YG's Who Shot Me. It's a track that's very open and transparent about its paranoia and trust issues following YG's June 2015 shooting. The Weeknd with Kissland. This is easily one of my favorite Weeknd tracks. It's so enticing. And that's really it. At track number 27, I got Freddie Gibbs with Palmolive. You guys can go watch my songs of the year for 2019 if you wanted me to explain why this track is so good. Track number 26 is Kanye West's Ultra Light Beam. Track number 25 is Father John Misty's Chateau, Lobby number 4. If you don't want to fall in love or be in love or have anything to do with love, then don't listen to this song. Track number 24, I've got Freddie Gibbs with Thuggin. The loop that happens during this song is the most addicting thing I've heard in 2000 in my life. 23, I got Richard Young's and Raul Rafri with Nil by Mind. Y'all know how much I love this track in 2019. It's like playing Ring Around the Rosie or playing in a carousel filled with a bunch of string instruments constantly going in a circle, spinning upward and upward and upward as you leave the atmosphere. At track number 22, I got Kanye West with Power. At track number 21, I got Young Fathers with 27. At track number 20, I got Earth Gang with Top Down. At number 19, I got Father John Misty's Pure Comedy. At number 18, I got Chief Keef with I Don't Like. This track was too much of a highlight in my decade for me to not include it. It was used for so much. It was used for so much. Diss tracks, features, short films, YouTube skits, all the above. Like, this track was one of the most, I don't know if I want to say influential, but it did influence a lot. It got a lot of people in trouble. Track number 17, I got Jay-Z's The Story of OJ. Beautiful track if you're looking to empower yourself as a young black individual. At number 16, I got Travis Scott with Maria, I'm Drunk. Man, this was the last time Justin Bieber was actually good. Young Thug does some insane acrobatics with his voice, and Travis Scott's dead style delivery actually works. He's like the foundation. He's like the roller coaster in this enticing experience. Some beautiful woman whose name you don't know took you by the hand and led you into this forest, and now you're in this spot. Now you're just there. You experiencing all these different emotions, this euphoria, seeing all these different sensations that you've never felt before, all at the same time, and they're all mixing and fusing perfectly. I think what baby I need is ski. At number 15, I got Caitlyn Smith's ear-piercing and soul-bending track that is East Side Restaurant. My thighs are well, that's kind of crazy. I like her voice on this track as some type of superpower. It's like an alarm that I actually wouldn't mind waking up to. Number 14, I got Saba's Prom King. At number 13, I got Clipping with Story 2. The time signatures on this track are actually too much for my brain to even explain. I probably refer you to someone who's actually into math rap that would be able to explain this track a lot better than I ever could. At track number 12, I got Susanne Sundfor with Memorial. This track, the transitions that it goes through, kind of go to this track in enjoying the hopelessness of it in a way. It's kind of surrendering in a way, but at the same time there's so much hope for something more, as the violins and every other instrument in this song is so orchestral, and it builds up into something way more than I ever could have imagined at the start of it. Everything else around this individual is just clearly so much bigger and should be so much more distracting than it is, but she's so clearly focused on this one aspect of her life that's going wrong that she's really not paying attention to the world that we're seeing. Track number 11, I got YS Blood with Movies, and this track is just a surrender of control. Analyzation without interruption. Schoolboy Q's John Murr. This is, I don't know, this might be one of Schoolboy Q's best ever tracks. The horns here, Schoolboy Q rapping about his upbringing, the actual chorus, the hook, through the motherfucking street, that's beautiful. That's fantastic. At track number 9, I've got Dram's The Laydown. This track is desire and anticipation meeting horniness, and it transitions into an orgasmic experience that is completed and finished by Andrew Watt's amazing guitar. Track number 8, I've got Childish Gambino's This Is America. At track number 7, I've got Swans with Some Things We Do. Number 6, I've got a Spike Lee joint from Flatbush Zombies. I forgot how much I loved this track when I first heard it, and coming back to it, it has to go in. I just feel like it does. It shouldn't be there. Honestly, in comparison to everything else I feel like I've listened to over the decade, it really shouldn't be there, but I have to, because it's how I feel right now. 4 is Kendrick Lamar's You. This track was really important. It came at a good time, very, very, very self-reflecting, very self-deprecating, very self-aware, and completely details, depression and this feeling of defeat and this feeling of just lack of self-worth. Lamar doubting himself, hating himself, judging himself, blaming himself, It really is a gut-wrenching track if you haven't been through much of that yourself. Even if you have, to see someone in his position put it all out there, I think was just a beautiful sight. And it's definitely one of my favorite songs of not only the decade, but of all time. Track number 3, I've got Kanye West with Gorgeous featuring Kid Cudi. I love the way both Kanye and Kid Cudi ride the guitar here. Lyrically, I think they're on point. I love how they express themselves, and I can find myself riding to this track no matter where I'm at, in any setting, however I'm feeling. This track makes me feel good. It makes me feel a part of the bigger picture. A lot of moments here where Kanye just actually says something funny that isn't cringy at all. My favorite part of the song, again, has to be the way they ride the guitar riffs, and everything just comes together beautifully for this track. It really is a gorgeous song. At track number 2, I've got Danny Brown's Ain't It Funny. I don't know where Danny Brown got the motivation to make music like this, obviously from his experience with drugs, but it's so dark and hopeless and alarming. I shouldn't say enticing, because at the same time it's screaming at me to get away or to run from it, but I can't. I'm in this room now. I'm stuck with him. I'm stuck with what he's saying. It's pounding at my door. I've got no other way out outside the door that he's pounding on. Anxiety is creeping up. It's building up ever so slightly. It's like listening to someone give a comedic take on a horror film. And finally, at number 1, I've got Kendrick Lamar with Blacker the Berry. This track perfectly capsules my emotions around the time of its release, given everything that had happened with police brutality at the time, everything when it came to building with the race relations, everything as it pertains to building with racism in general, everything as it pertains to trying to go forward in the country, feeling put down for the color of your skin. All of it just made me be proud and feel good for being black. Of course it's angry. Of course there's a blatant contradiction within the song that's supposed to be shown. But man, if I haven't felt the track and felt like rooting him on, saying, yes, you're saying exactly what I'm feeling, especially at a certain point in my life, I think I'd be lying to myself to say that this isn't the most listened to, probably the most enjoyable song I've heard in the 2010s. This isn't a track that's supposed to bring you joy or meant to like lift your spirit. This is a track that's telling you to be proud and be angry. It's okay. This is like going your whole life working for someone who doesn't appreciate anything about you, and then you figure out your history and you become powerful overnight. And my theory for how a music video for Blacker the Berry would have gone, especially even now, is from the perspective of a young black man or woman, and they're going into work for some white-owned company. Every time they suffer some type of aggression or they suffer some type of racially insensitive statement, this beast is illustrated in the music video inside them, but the outside is smiling and happy and cheerful, but on the inside, this beast is getting stronger and stronger, and it's chained up until the point where they say something that they can't take back, and this black woman or black man just goes absolutely ballistic, throws everything around, throws the papers in everyone's face, and quits that job and leaves immediately. I could imagine the little breaks in between the music video showing as this beast inside the individual grows stronger, and they're taking more and more shit from the world outside them, from the world around them. That's always how I would have figured a music video for Blacker the Berry would have gone. Black on the outside, a beast on the inside with chains that's growing stronger up until a point where you can't take anymore. But I could go on forever about this track. I could go on forever about these lists. I am strapped for time today, so I'm going to end the video here. That is my 100 songs of the decade list for the 2010s. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know what your decade lists, I guess, would be, your top 10, because I don't want to see 100 songs from y'all in the comment section below. I don't want to see that. Just give me your top 10 and participate in the discussion. I appreciate y'all for watching. These are my lists. If you agree with them, that's cool. If you don't, you know where you can go. Glad I don't have to do this again for another decade. Top 100 albums coming tomorrow.